I'm tired of the anti-Semitic rhetoric. That is a game played old. It's a common lie and it's a falsehood retold. The anti-Semitic rhetoric. It's the kryptonite of truth that can come about. And I can tell you it's no longer the Teflon, without a doubt. There's too much out there about their history. Now there's no longer a question. It's not even a mystery. The 13th tribe, we've gone over it, you and I, just earlier in the week. I know you heard me speak. And their own people lays it out in all its glory. And I can tell you the details there get gory, don't they? It's an anti-Semitic rhetoric. They're not even of Shem. They claim that they're the chosen. Well, let me tell you, it's not them. I got that today earlier on a show. They were talking about it on YouTube, They were talking about how God will protect the state of Israel when I'm trying to figure out where God was when all the bombs fell. Now you want him to protect Israel after the fact? Well, what kind of God is you praying to, Jack? Okay, I'll stop. The anti-Semitic rhetoric, it's true. It's all been there for old ages. It's nothing new. But it's getting played out, isn't it? The problem is we can read now. That's the problem, brothers and sisters. We can read now. Lord, they're in trouble. And I can tell you as time goes on, that trouble, it's going to double. Next, let's move on. Last topic. Stop applauding. I hear you in there clapping, and Trina's probably leaned away. Okay. What can I say? Why they won't respond. Why they won't respond. I was going to say this last topic, why they won't respond. They won't respond, all right? Or in some other phrase, but I'm examining them in all their ways. They won't respond. Why? Why won't they respond? Why they won't respond. That's a better statement. They know better than to respond without abatement. I'll say it again, Kyrie and Kanye, those seem to have been the last two that they pressed upon to convince they were Jew. And as loud as we're getting now, you would think some way, somehow, they'd have something to show, something that we'd like to know. Listen, if you have the proof that we're not who we say, then lay it on the table, right there. Yeah, I couldn't get it. Why they won't respond. Well, not only do they know better, we know better. What are they going to actually say now? At this point, it's almost ironic, isn't it? I mean, they've claimed to be the people, the chosen of God, almost like they're bionic, but there's no protection in connection with the state of Israel. It almost seems like the God of Negroes has told the state of Israel to go straight to hell. I don't see that. You don't need an iron dome if God's got you at home, right? I mean, you moved there, right? You said, here I stand. I'm claiming this right here is my land. And they haven't let you alone since day one, and I can tell you they're going to keep your asses on the run. Why they won't respond? Well, they got nothing to say. And they sure know as hell that I'm not going to play. That's it, folks. Yeah, baby, all the 7 topics. Oh, yes. Oh, let your applause flow. All right, folks, that is 7 topics that start us off on the week. And, you can share this show. You can put it everywhere. No, don't act like you have to leak it. Just go ahead and share it. Like, subscribe, comment, talk amongst yourselves. Oh, damn it, I messed that rhyme up. I was going to use shelves. Who cares? All right, so the next segment of the show, and we're right on time, 4:30, half hour on the dot. I like that because this is a good spot. What I do is I try to bring you a reason to get that smile off your faces so that you don't wear it anywhere near public places. If you could do that, you might find a different reaction. That smile is giving them some satisfaction. You deny them that if you don't mind. And let's look at the news and find a reason we'll find to get it off your face and your mind. Here we go, folks. And I peruse the news just to hope you might lose that grin. I'm going to keep doing it. That's right. What do we got? Okay, why some members of black sororities and fraternities don't want you to wear their letters. Oh, because, I don't know, maybe I guess they think they earned that or something. The pride that Negroes take in certain things, the pride that we take. I want to read this. I don't know. Nashville teacher made headlines this month for removing a white elementary student's shirt because it was emblazoned with the letters of her historically black sorority. Let's stop there, shall we? Because we already know the story. Let's stop there. They are offhandedly protecting whiteness. Stop. That's what they're doing. I ain't here for politeness. You got a teacher removed a white elementary student shirt because of blamed. No, you see, the fraternity is Greek. Now you pay attention while I speak. You're not defending your black sorority. You're defending your black sorority steeped in Caucasic education, steeped in the lie that they serve the nation. That's what you're doing. So the story itself loses wind right there. And I'll dismiss it offhand. Yep, there we go. Next. Boom, show. Oh, there. You know what? I hate when they do this. They don't give me a chance to. New book carries Ohio native's journey to becoming first black woman jockey. I gotta keep asking about these firsts that they offer. First black woman jockey. First. The real story is how did she become the first? What was it that prevented there from being a first? And let's talk about that. I don't necessarily her being the first. This is all you're gonna give her. That and a bunch of pain and bullshit and calling the N-word as she rides a damn horse. Because I'm gonna tell you, of course, there are gonna be people that see this and just get in their feelings. And their mental and everything about them going to start reeling because a black woman has somehow made the cut, got nerve on the back of that horse to stick her butt. I mean, they ain't mad over the weirdest stuff. Okay, well, let's just move on. Yeah, I'm not sure. Look, here we go. What's next? Lord have mercy. Give me the headline. South Carolina teen crowned first black homecoming queen in the school's history? In the whole school's history? Oh my God, what? So let's see, 155 years of white supremacy, fuck Negroes tears. And after 155 years, you gonna get a girl, you gonna get the girl, the sister that stay in the sun a long time. Okay, and also dye her hair blonde because that went with the rhyme. You're gonna give her 17 first, but 150. You know she got roses and a crown. Now at 155 years, why not give her a $155,000 scholarship to the college of her choice? Why not really make it pay to be the first black something today? All she got is what? This, the headline and the crown. Now run your black ass right out of town. Next. Thanks so much for tuning into the Doug Rice Show. I do this, just so you know. Do this every chance I get. No, I do it 7 a.m. Monday through Friday, and yet also noon on Sundays, unless I'm stung by a scorpion. Jesus, man, that was horrible. All right, so what do we got next? And again, I'm doing this just to make sure you walk around the United States among these United snakes hissing about you. Trust me, you don't want them too comfortable. In fact, you might want them to doubt you just a little bit, you know. So I want that smile off your faces in public places. And here's something that might help accomplish it. A police dog attacked a black trucker on his knees. And Ohio City is dealing with the aftermath. What do you mean? The Ohio City is dealing with the aftermath. Look at that. Police dog attack, and this is way back in yesteryear, right? African-American high school student Walter Gatson, 15, onlooker to protest, attacked by a police dog during civil rights demonstration in Birmingham on May 3rd. And we juxtapose that to a trucker being attacked by a police dog on 2023. A patrolman, a police dog, or after a black man. So, where is Reb Mal Sharpton? Where are these Negroes that marched for so many years? Oh, I'm sorry. Reb Mal has his own show on MSNBC. Okay. You still grinning? So let's just do that. What's that? Now, that's 1963, 2 years before I was born. Yes, we agree. Yes, good. And this is 2023. Is the grin slowly dissipating off your Negro faces? Try to remain that way in public places, please. Thank you so much. Moving on. Watch again. Every damn time I look up the black news, I got a black bear that's caught up amongst Negroes. We gotta rescue these black bears. Look at him. They done criminalized this poor black bear. All he doing is look at him, coming at him. Now, if that doesn't remind you of a slave catcher and coming into, I'm just joking. But they vilify black bears. Why don't you have a brown bear somewhere? Can somebody report something about a polar bear, please? Never see a polar bear in the news. If they're doing something, they get them off. I'm sorry. Next. It's discrimination. My body changed forever. Black woman led way for FDA chemical hair straightening ban. Now, I've got to ask a question about this. This whole, before the point is missed. She started using hair straighteners as a child because it made her feel prettier. She started using, that's the story. The story isn't the fact that the FDA dropped the ball and allowing these companies in it for profit who, at the expense of black women's health and hair and feeling good, use these chemicals that devilify the hair of our strong queens to mimic the deadened hair of the blonde demons that have put Negroes into slavery. I drift sometimes. Y'all just have to forgive me. Yes, the body has changed forever. I'm sure it is, and there's no redress. I don't believe you're going to have too much of coming, because you did it willingly. And in actuality, it's a sale that's a vanity. It's a vanity sale. So I think your lawsuit might fail. Next. Okay, here we go. Man sentenced to a year in federal prison for what? For attempting to run over 6 black men. Now, look at this before I miss the point. Understand, before this man goes to the joint, he tried to run over 6 black men on sight. You still grinning? And they gave this man a year for his sentence. A year in federal, a year. That's like, what, that's 365 days. He's probably been in for what good 3, 4, 5 months. What, he's got time served. He's out in what, 180 days, 140 days, 120 days. He can't even get a job. He's going to get classified. He's going to get 2 fucking jobs. He's going to be sitting there in his goddamn time. He's going to tell him to come out and let's go get behind the wheel of your car and go home. Did they take his license? You know they didn't. You see how idiotic and disingenuous these people are? Now, I want to reverse the roles for just a moment and put a black face in the picture, and then let's substitute this word for white. And then tell me what would happen to this portion of the title. Okay, well, let's on with my recital. Next. Voices of Black Mothers Unite urges others to join work in making our homes safer. What is that? How is that a news story? The boy who shot and killed my oldest son, Isaac, was 18. He's never been in trouble before. Now he'll be in his 50s before he leaves prison. The person who shot and killed my youngest son, never been caught, buried 2 sons. This is our story in all its gory glory. There it is. But there's no fixing it here. There's no fixing it here. When will we get the message that the message is to lead? When will we understand that that's what we need to proceed? This is not for us. This place is not for us. And ain't nobody showing us the goddamn door. But I can tell you this, we've suffered great losses, and I don't know we can suffer anymore. What do we got here? Anything? Nothing? Oh, little blank page. Boom, back to that. Yep. Thank you again for showing up. South Bend invites LaSalle Park residents to plan future of historically Black neighborhood that they might be able to burn down later. Right? I mean, can you imagine how inviting they were in Tulsa to the Black families and businessmen that came into the towns and did just well enough that it incensed white society enough that they came in and decided to burn them out. So what they're doing here is they're doing what? Nice little city planner for your future burnouts, because things are happening now that are set in motion that Negroes are going to pay for later. And the danger to Negroes in this country, you can certain believe, will only grow greater. So do all these things with all that they bring. I mean, you know, all you're doing is, putting more gas on the fire. These people are resentful for Negro accomplishments. They're not looking to us to admire. Next! Had to do there. And a connection to the story, FDA's possible ban on some Black women producing comes after years of harm. Stop trying to straighten your hair, please. Thank you. We're going. A Black NYU law student speaks out after job offer rescinded following pro-Palestine letter. And it's only going to get worse because it ain't going to get better. Let me tell you, folks. Let me tell you, this is a tug of war between Palestinian and Jew. And I don't know right now who's going to win. All of them, both of them, are steeped in Negro sin. And I'll said it before, I'll say it again. Both of them are culpable and are being enslaved. Whoever is saved. Next, we're almost done. She may be hurt. California cop pummels Black woman in the face after she crashed a car in shocking video. Guess what? He has a history of violent arrests. A white Vallejo Police Department officer was recorded punching a Black woman in the face. She was involved in the car accident in Vallejo on October 13th. And look at there. Because, well, it's an accident. Because you know why he punched her in the face? Because she didn't mean it. Right? So, maybe he doesn't mean it. Maybe it's just an accident all the way around. I mean, how does that sound? You still grinning? Do you still think something is funny? Seriously. The footage captured of Officer Colin Eaton forcibly removing the woman from her car, slamming her against a cement trunk, punching her when she was on the ground near the 100 block of where? Yes. One was reportedly a shoplifting. Oh, she took some stuff. Well, beat her. She's Black. Now, if a white woman took some stuff and ran away from him, he just snatch her, ma'am, stop. I'm not going to chase you. But a Black woman, that allows him to release his Neanderthal-like leanings. The aggression, the Esonic hatred of Negroes, well deeply entrenched in his DNA, genetically passed down generationally through his ancestors down to him. And here he is committing another goddamn sin. Next, movies that did Black history justice. Movies that did. Harriet did not do Black history justice. You did not get a foundational Black American to play the fucking part. You got a fucking Brit from Brit who looks down at Negroes like they weren't brought over there in ships. So no, Harriet is wrong. Moving on. Pressure, maybe Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, pressure was all right. Malcolm X. Next, Selma. Well, Hidden Figures. Okay, figures. The Black Power mixtape. No, that's all right. I don't know. 12 Years a Slave. Now, let me tell you something. I did not watch this. Okay, I don't know if it did it justice, but I know it was Just Us. No, I didn't like that either. Belle, nope, didn't like that. Queen, nope. There, and let me just say this so that you know, there are no good movies that depict our journey here. There are none. There's no good depictions of this run. And when it's done, thank God it'll be done. There'll be no memory of this. You do understand that, right? Before I tell everybody good night, you do know that all the things that we take such pride in as being supposedly African Americans, our black hides in this place, are never going to be in front of our Negro face once we leave. You best believe. Black mom becomes a better detective in her son's death than cops. Oh, read that line and it made my jaw drop. In the wee hours, July 8th, 37 Freddie Lee McKee found dead. And the mother went to town. That's kind of what I read. Yeah, the cops dropped the ball. You know, they don't want to solve our murders. Let's talk about that. They do not want to truly solve, their hearts aren't in it. You know what I mean? I mean, not like when you can see the care and concern when there's a white person in it, though. But with ours, it's more of a perfunctory, devil may care air, and there it is right there. And if they don't like what I said, I don't give a damn. That's just the Negro that I am. Next, this New York swim club aims to shatter stereotypes by teaching black adults to swim with ease. That is only if you can keep the white folks in the pool, because they're going to be really ill at ease. You know what I mean? Give me a break. A while back, my granddaughter run out the pool crying because she tried to go swimming and in the pool were not us. Let me tell you something, folks. I did such and thus. New York judge fired for pointing gun at a black man in court. Jeez, what? New York judge fired. He was just fired. I mean, if I was in court and I pointed the gun at the judge, I don't think if I'd be fired. I think the bailiff would blow my fucking head off. But that's just me. You would think that the bailiff would pull his gun out and point it at the judge and say, "Drop it, Your Honor." More likely, not happening. He pointed it at a black man in court. So tell me this, what justifies pointing the gun at a black man in court and you the judge? I don't even want to read it because my opinion won't budge. And plus, it's near the hour. Oh, fine. Justice Robert P. Petore was a Whitehall Town judge. Of course, Whitehall Town. What did you expect? He repeatedly emphasized the race and stature of the litigant recounting the episode. Oh, the stature, I already got it. Lack of remorse after the gun. He was scared. The Negro had him on the run. You know what? All you got to do is read it. You just say, I don't even need it. No, stature. You saw a giant Negro, didn't you? You saw a giant Negro, right? Boy, what they see and what they hear, dear God. Oh, Tulsa Massacre survivor, residents pushed for justice over a century after the killings. Yes, did you hear that? Survivor. Black don't crack. Survivor. Yeah. She wants her money. Yes, more than 100 years after many of Tulsa black residents were killed and their business was destroyed by white rioters, the community, including women who survived the massacre, is still finding ways to rebuild and seek justice. Are you kidding me? I just want to say, how old is she? She got to be old. Oh, well, story's been told. 102. Oh, she just made, 109. 102, the last two living survivors. Oh, Take that, Ron DeSantis. Now you don't want CRT taught in Florida schools. I want to bring these two to Florida schools just to tour it. Wish I could make it happen to ensure it. That is amazing. These two are still alive survivors of the Tulsa Massacre, and they don't want our history told. It's amazing that they're incredibly old. We're almost near the end, relax. Black dolls made from 1850s to 1940. What are they? They're now on display. Yeah, they're on display. Yeah, what more can I say? Yeah, because we're so proud. I'm so shocked that the maker of those dolls didn't get murdered while making them. Just possessing one of the dolls, I'm certain was a crime at that time. You know what? I want you to put these dolls in the plantation quarters in Louisiana and these other places, and then I'd like you to take all of that and put it somewhere like in the Jefferson Memorial. And I want you to just burn it all. I want you to take all the memories of Negroes being here as slaves, and I want it set afire, not a bit of it saved. There's nothing to admire. Lastly, Israel live updates. I want to talk about this Gaza Israel thing. Hamas means violence. Didn't know that. Hamas means violence. And Gaza is in the Bible. Gaza is spoken of in the Bible as being torn up from the floor up as Israel, burying their dead for 7 years. Folks, let me give you the skinny. Let me give you an update before you look up and it's just too late. We are at the end of times. To hell with my rhymes. This is the real deal. And pretty soon, we're all going to feel. Now, they're moving and shaking and quaking and aching over in Israel. And ain't no telling what Iran's going to do, Lebanon, who the hell can tell. But as long as you are Negroes waiting for your second Exodus, understand that, Esau's the end of things, but Jacob, we got an Exodus. Yeah, I did that. So, if you got to be out there grinning in their faces, and you're going to do it in public places, try not to leave any Negro traces. All right, folks, that's the show. That's where I'll drop off. I gotta go. I can't believe I did a show today. I'm a little bit surprised at myself. I came real close to putting this show up on a shelf. I did. But I'm driven to do this every day except on Sabbath, and I'll continue to do it as long as I'm able. But I will need at least some of your support, so I got to put some money on the table. So, I'll also give you PDFs because I got a whole lot of them left. Of course, they're electronic, so I'll never run out. But, if you donate, I'll give you some PDFs. You can have that, no doubt. Detrina, thank you so much for doing your thing. I do not look at chat because, well, I'm a man. I can't focus on two things at the same time, so I'm just going to focus on doing my rhyme. Thanks so much for showing up. It's 9:54. It's the 22nd. Share this show with everyone you know. Give it a go. Try the Doug Wright Show. All right, I got to go. Hey, you guys have a good rest of your weekend. I'm out. Bye-bye. Wait, hold on. I knew I was going to forget. But I'm just going to save the best for last yet. It's the weekend, and they're on cue. They're on their square, aren't they? Right there. They're ready to go in. They've been ready for 2 weeks. And I think they're waiting to go in even as I speak. They're scared. They're a little bit terrified. But you are still Negroes in captivity, even though your enslavement may be over. You're still here. And so before all of this is through, before all of this is done, we may be, in fact, Negroes on the run. Until that time, Listen to my rhyme. If you gotta be out there in public places, do me a favor, get that goddamn grin off your face.